Good morning, students. This is Miss Blake on Wellness Wednesday, and the question of this week is: how are you staying connected with people? For computer specialty, our learning objective is making lists and Google documents. So I will show you how to create three different types of lists: a comma-separated list, a bulleted list, and a numbered list. This one here, ways to connected, is going to be the comma-separated list when you simply type words, what kind of ways you can think of connecting to people, phone call, text message, email, and you separate the words with a comma and a space. If there is no space, it gets very crowded. The second type of list is a bulleted list, and the way you make a bulleted list is simply using this feature up here in the toolbar called bulleted list. If you're not sure which one it is, you hover over these items and it pops up with the name, so it does say bulleted list. When you click on it, it starts making bullet points. And the third type of list is a numbered list, which is also up here in this toolbar, and it says numbered list. It will start numbering the items for you, and the point of a numbered list is usually that you have to do this thing in an order, and that's why it's numbered. For example, I have to call Grandma Linda first because maybe she lives in Hungary and it's 6 hours ahead, and I better get it done before the day goes by and I forget, and it's too late to call. Second, I really want to talk to my friend Julia. And third is Uncle Fred, so hopefully I will get to him today. If not, then I'll do it tomorrow. So they are in an order. Now let me show you how to do this. And I will want you to make your own. You will get an empty copy of this, like that document. So I assume you're in Google Classrooms and you clicked on the document with your name on it that I attached to your assignment, and you're in this template and you start filling it out. Put in your name, your grade, and your homeroom teacher, and then you start making your comma-separated list. You're thinking of ways to stay connected, so you think phone call, text message, FaceTime, email, whatever you can think of, letter. By the way, if your grandma lives in a distant place somewhere far and maybe doesn't have a phone, doesn't have email, it's still really nice to send her a letter or maybe a postcard if you can, just with a few words to show that you think about her. People I know, this will be your bulleted list, so you need to at this point click here because you want the bulleted list to get inserted here. You hover over the bulleted list up in the toolbar and you click on it, and it starts a bullet for you. So you type grandparents, parents, maybe one of them doesn't live with you, right? Friends, cousins, teachers. Wouldn't that be nice if you have written an email or contacted your teacher somehow? Say something nice to her. Now when you're done with the bulleted list, you see when I click the enter button after each word, it keeps making new bullet points. That's how I made all these. When I'm done making bullets, I simply have to press the delete button, the backspace button, to erase this last one. And then, that's interesting, okay. And then I can move on to the last type of list, which is the numbered list. So I'm going to click here where I want to insert the list. My cursor is blinking here under 3 people I will contact today. And right there I want to insert a numbered list. So I come up to the toolbar and I click numbered list and it starts numbering for me. I type the first person I really want to talk to is Grandma Linda. She lives far and I better get to it. Second person, oh no, well, that's okay. I don't like that I didn't capitalize the name Linda. Second person is my friend Julia. And the third one is Uncle Fred. In your case, obviously, you will think about your friends and your people that you want to contact and just list 3 of them, okay? Again, if you click the enter button, it keeps making you numbered items, and when you're done with it, you have to simply, well, actually, if you click enter twice, it will stop doing the numbers. If you accidentally make an extra number 4, just click the backspace to delete it. All right, couple other things. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this feature. So if you made any mistakes, let's say I type some junk here that I didn't want, you can obviously erase backwards, but an easier way is click the undo button up here. I love these buttons, undo and redo. You see, it erases a bunch of these things that I just did, which is good. I didn't want them. Redo would start putting them back. So undo and redo is a really useful feature for you to use. The other thing is, before you turn in any assignment ever, you should always spell check. So let's say I have mistakenly spelled something wrong, like I am going to write a letter. Let's say I misspell letter. Oh, to grandma. And it is underlined with red. It's underlined because it's spelled incorrectly. So if you see anything in your writing here that's underlined with red, you can do 2 things. Let's say I make more than one mistake. This is a little hard for me. Further mistakes. You see, mistakes is missing a letter. To fix. Perfect. All right. If I click on the letter that's misspelled here, it gives me the correct option and the suggestion, and I can click the correct one above it, and it fixes it for me. Or another way to do things is if you go up to Tools, way up here, click on Tools, click on Spelling and Grammar, and click Spelling and Grammar Check. It will go through your document and find every word that it thinks is misspelled, and you have the option to take the correct spelling, accept this letter, or ignore it, because let's say it's someone's name or a special word, it's not usually in the dictionary, but you want to keep it the way you typed it, then you would ignore. But letter should be spelled with 2 T's, so I will say accept, and mistake should be spelled with an I, and I missed the I, so I say accept, and I accidentally typed a D, so yes, I wanted to say 2, accept. Document looks good. This is when you should turn in your document, okay? I don't need this last line, so I'm gonna get rid of it, highlighted it and deleted it. And now you go back, actually in your case you will have up here next to the share button, there will be a turn in button, or you can go back to the Google assignment and click the turn in button there. And you're done. Next week I'm going to switch to a different subject, digital citizenship. This was my collaboration with Health and Gym for Wellness Wednesdays, and it gave me an opportunity to teach you some computer skills, and I really liked it too because I really enjoyed reading your responses, and I got a lot of good ideas from you on how to stay well during this last month. If you are in 5th grade, I will need you to do one more thing. I will need you to create an account on CS First, because besides moving on to digital skills, we are also going to do some coding in 5th grade. Anyway, thank you, and I will see you next week.